What's going on YouTube? It's me, Kaeden. We are here for our modded Minecraft Forge survival series. We got so much going on. We are elbows deep in pneumatic craft right now. So much planned. We got our mystical agriculture crops coming up. Just so many things on the horizon. We've still got to go back to the nether. We still need to get into refined storage. Just so many cool things. So welcome to episode 7, and I think we're going to just pick up where we left off, which I believe is we need a way to get all of this oil that we have pumped out of the oil down here up with our gas lift and over into the liquid hopper. We need a way to now refine it. Now, I've tested a few techniques, and I think I found what's going to work on the levels of pressure that we have available to us. So these refineries, they are technically a multi-block structure. I'll show you the recipe right here, requiring 6 compressed iron, 2 glass, and a diamond. What they do is they turn our raw oil into 4 different items. Now, as I said, they're multi-block, which means they actually stack on top of each other and they all have connected functionality. Any oil you put into the bottom or anywhere on the stack actually links to a central reservoir, and any settings changes that you make to any of the 4 in the stack will affect all 4. But the reason we need 4 is I can show you some of the recipes they do. So what we're going to have is we're going to have oil, right? Basic oil. And that can be used inside the refinery. And see here we have 4 different outputs from the oil, depending on how many refineries you have stacked up. If you have the minimum number, which is just 2, you're going to get diesel and LPG, liquid petroleum something, that are going to come from the oil. But if you stack up more and more of them, you get kerosene, and with 4 of them all the way stacked up, you also get, which one was it, gasoline? Yes, gasoline. Now, all of these, at a loss, can be sort of upgraded to turn into a lot of the others. But what we really need, I believe it's the LPG. Yes, that we're going to be using the thermo-pneumatic processor to turn into plastic, and that's going to unlock a whole bunch of stuff for our drones so that they can be programmed and such. And I'm going to absolutely murder that duck if he doesn't shut up. Anyway, so let's go ahead and stack all of our refineries. Now, the refineries don't require pressure, they require heat. So we don't need it connected over there. Let's put it right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go, and you'll see it has a temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. In order for this thing to work, we need to get it up to this line right here, which will be 100 degrees Celsius, which I believe it'll say here, I don't know. But the way we're going to do that is heat and pressure work very similarly. In pneumatic craft, heat can transfer across blocks that have sort of like a heat index, you know, something that they can something registered with the mod to provide heat. Torches are a very slow way. I'm gonna murder that duck. Did that just make a chicken noise? As I was saying, we're going to use torches. Torches are a very slow way of heating up blocks that can contain heat, but they are infinite. If we were to use something like lava, lava will eventually cool as all the heat is drawn out of it. Yes, it's more efficient in the short term, but in the long term, it's just not sustainable. So preserving heat and sort of insulating things requires having blocks covering every single surface. Now, what we're going to do is we're actually going to be applying a little extra heat to it with the torches. Every little bit helps. Now, unfortunately, torches don't impart enough heat to really complete this process by themselves. So we're going to use lava to sort of kickstart all of this, but we want to at least keep it all insulated. So that's what we're going to do. There we go. By getting all these torches, and notice that it's all the way up to 27 degrees Celsius. Now again, when we start processing the oil at 100 degrees, it will cool off. But we're just making sure that every block around it is providing a heat source. And then we're going to start the process. There we go. And it's only blocks that touch the faces. For example, these corners don't count. This being in a corner here is not going to matter. Now you can use other blocks to distribute heat but it's going to increase the overall volume or surface area or mass, I guess is actually the most precise term. So just like pressure, if you have a larger volume, it takes longer to fill it up, but pressure is not changed by small increases or decreases in air. Same thing here. If you have more structures connected, transferring heat amongst them, it takes longer to get the heat up to the level that you want, but it loses heat more slowly. But this is the way we're going to do this. We're going to pour lava into sort of a channel, probably here, once we get this thing up to temperature, and we're going to skyrocket the process. But this is where we want to put our oil. So let's go ahead and make that happen. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to let's build a scaffolding so that I can access the top of this for putting in both oil and pouring the lava. All right, so here's what we got here. Just a little sort of casual thing around there. And I have our hopper that we're going to add right to the top. So let's go ahead and boop. That should start emptying in, right? Yep, there it goes, emptying into here. Good, we're filling this up. And then I'm going to go reattach the hopper so we can pump some more oil. Once this gets up to 100 degrees is when this refinery is going to start working. And to do that, we're going to need some lava. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So out of the way, torches. You can sort of trick this thing, by the way. You can trick it into thinking that there's quite a lot of heat being applied by simply pouring lava in the top, and every single block will count as being lava for the purposes of heating it. If you put it just down at the bottom, it heats up to like 150 degrees. If you drop it in the top, it heats a lot. Anyway, let's kickstart this thing. Here we go. Boop. There we go. All right, she's running. You see the smoke coming out? Awesome. Now, unfortunately, we don't have oodles of lava. I hope it doesn't turn into obsidian too quickly. Oh, here we go. Diesel's coming in. Kerosene's coming in. Gasoline's coming in. LPG's coming in. We've got a working refinery. I'm going to go and grab some buckets, and I'm going to get some more lava. I will be back. As you can see, it's turned into obsidian in the time that I was gone, but we've made significant progress. We've done about half of our oil. So, awesome. Let's mine this up real quick and get another... Why did the coin not grab that? Anyway. Boop. It always does that the second time around. I don't get it. There we go. And you extract each one of these based on the tier. So if you want, you know, the diesel on the bottom, kerosene, then gasoline, and LPG at the top. And what I did was I grabbed the LPG. While we wait for our oil to process, we can go ahead and start working on, here we go, our thermo-pneumatic processing plant. This one's going to require the compressed iron, glass, redstone, and a pressure tube. Pressure tube, that. There's a compressed iron. We just need some glass. Grab a stack of glass, and let's get that thing up. And there we go. Running. Let's put this over here. As a matter of fact, we can even read the entry in the book. That's the Encyclopedia Mysticum. That's the Tome of Knowledge. Wait, I've got the book with me. There it is. All right, so let's see. Machines. The that's not here. Why is it not here? Manufacturing. The thermo-pneumatic plant. Thermo-pneumatic plant uses pressure and/or heat. Interesting. Has several uses. 100 millibuckets of LPG and one piece of coal makes 1,000 millibuckets of plastic. Yes, that's what we need. This requires heat, no pressure. Good. 1,000 millibuckets of diesel and one piece of redstone makes 1,000 millibuckets of lubricant. We're also going to need that for our speed upgrades. That's going to be important to speed up all of these machines. Can also be used to crack heavier fuels produced by a refinery into lighter fuels, an 80% return. Diesel into kerosene, kerosene, gasoline, gasoline into LPG. Requires both heat and pressure. All right. Craft tweaker support. Oh, that's kind of fun. We don't need that. We just needed craft tweakers specifically for our leather. So we have that, so we're going to be able to start making plastic and lubricant. Those are the two things that we're really going to need. So LPG and diesel and some redstone and some coal. All right, both those require heat, so I think we're gonna go set this up right next to where we're already applying heat. How's that sound? All right, so lava power is proving imminently unsustainable. We're gonna have to switch to another option. So, new machine. This new machine we need is going to be the vortex tube. Not to be confused with the vortex cannon. The vortex tube. What the vortex tube does is it heats things up using pressure. So we're definitely gonna want us one of these. Need some gold. Good. I think we can already get one actually. Recipe is too. Yeah, of course. Vortex tube. There's one. And I think we have enough pressure to power a second one, so let's find out. There we go. So now we can heat up both of our machines, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So do we have enough pressure tubes? Yes, we do, to link these up, because these do require pressure from our pressurized system. All right, so forget all of this. The lava is misbehaving. It doesn't like powering two machines. There's no more cheating the system. We got to do this legit. All right. Let's put our vortex tubes. If we've got these connections here, we might be able to just go underneath, I think is going to be our best option. Yeah, that sounds about right. So we don't want to connect yet. We've got a pressurized system over here, so that's the last thing we're going to connect. But so for our vortex tubes, nope, keep it pretty. Where are you? There you are. Vortex tube's gonna go right there. Oh, we have the wrong sides. Wrench! Notice you have a red side and a blue side. We want the red side over there because it's gonna heat that thing up. Good. And then we want our other vortex tube right here. Again, it's backwards, like you do. We want the heat going that way. Perfect. Now, to link both of these up with some pressure tubes. Will it link this way? Only to that side. That'll be fine. We can make this happen. We can make this happen. All right, and then what do you think? The underside? Yes, I'm thinking the underside. There, there, and the last connection is going to be down here. Is everything all set? We want these to both start heating up immediately. Let's refill our cocoon of heat so that we're not losing anything. Got the hopper on top, everything down that side. The undersides are not both done. There we go. Where's the granite? There it is. Good. We're gonna need one on top, which will be fine. There. This is all so unwieldy, but it's the best way to insulate them by putting torches all the way around them to keep heat. Now this isn't such a big deal. It's only got to get up to 100, though if it goes beyond that, it's more efficient. So we've got both of these linked up. Can I link into one of these and go through to the other one? Well, we're about to find out, aren't we? I think we are. All right, well, this is going to be an interesting exercise. Here we go. Connection, go. Are you guys heating up? You are, look at that. Okay, so they do daisy chain. Now this one's, of course, having a much harder time heating up. You see it's only at 104 degrees because it's got all of this to heat up, while this one at 428 degrees only has this one to heat up. And wow, we've already got plastic. All right, awesome, moving along. This is great. The next step in the plastic making process is, of course, the plastic mixer. Plastic mixer, there we go. Okay, some glass and some compressed iron. This stuff is not so bad to get. To melt down plastic into liquid plastic or to solidify liquid plastic into plastic. Good. Using dyes, you can create any color of plastic, and certain colors are going to be needed to get our drones going. Supply these dyes and click on the desired color of plastic in the item selection tab. Hey, white plastic doesn't require any dye. Awesome. All right, so we're moving along. Let's get one of these. Just need some glass. There we go. Let's get a plastic mixer, shall we? Question is, does this thing run on pressure or heat? Let's see. Do we have a plastic mixer? We do. Plastic blah, 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 blah. requires heat. But solidifying plastic does not require heat. Just the dyes. Oh, all right. So it's not going to require any more heat at this point. We put the liquid plastic in, apply the dyes, and we get the plastic colors that we want. Awesome. And the dye required will be mixed. Oh, interesting. So you can put, like, preload it with dyes. That's actually interesting. Good. We have it in here. Have we emptied this out? Nope. We've got 10,000 millibuckets. Excellent. Let's just bucket this stuff across. This into there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It does have some in it. I'm gonna put it in. That's 6, right? Okay, good. We're doing well. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now that we got that out, let's take a look at this interface. Now here is where we insert our dyes so that we can make all of these. And it looks like it's 1,000 millibuckets per, so we can make 10. Is that going to be enough for the imagine? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're going to need a little bit more. It's all right. We got more cooking up in the refinery. All right, so we're going to require these 3 dyes. I believe I have all 3 of them. I hope I have all 3 of them. All right, let's put in our blue. Good. Now notice it takes it out of here and fills a little reservoir inside the plastic mixer, so that's kind of cool. Let's take our red I don't have, and green we're gonna need to cook up, so hang on. All right, cactus green is done. We've got red. Let's add both of those in. The cactus green's all gonna go in there. The red's all gonna go in there. Good, we've got a little excess of those. I do have a cactus farm outside, so we'll have more of that presently. So to get our Amadron tablet, we need 3, 4, 7 gray plastic, and for the GPS tool, 4 red plastic. So let's see what happens. So we need a red. Thank you. Red. Need 4 of those. 3. Can I make 2 in a row? 4. Good. Now we need some gray. 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah! Okay, we're just gonna have to make a little bit more. 1 bucket of that. It's gonna go in here. Good, that's nice and hot. Oh, we got liquid plastic already. We go in there. All right, now that we got you, oh nope, stay in there. Now that we got you, we need 1 more gray, I think. There we go. Let's see if that's enough. We need our Amadron tablet. All right, we got all of that. Glass, redstone torch, diamond. All right. All right, so Amadron tablet. We've got the air canister. We need the GPS tool, which I believe we have all of, except for the torch, which we can easily make. There we go. GPS tool. Got it. Amadron tablet. Got it. Let's charge it up. Shouldn't take long to charge. How big can its reservoir really be? Okay, it's charging up. And we need to order something specific for our UV light boxes. Now the UV light boxes are put together like this, and this is what we need, the PCB blueprints. Apparently you can't get them anywhere else, which is annoying. And I certainly haven't found any. There's none from any of the huts and barrows and temples that I've explored. We need these, though. We need the empty PCBs. And what happens is we put these inside of a UV light box, and they start to increase a percentage chance to be etched correctly. We then, once we get up to 100%, because we're after all this work, we're not chancing it. That's why I want 2 light boxes. We throw these into the etching acid. If they're 100%, they are etched, and then we can use them. See, like this. The unassembled PCB can then be used to make printed circuit boards, and that's what we need to start doing our drones and to program them and such. So is this thing charged up yet? 3.3 bar? Surely that's enough, right? By the way, it's awesome how these things deliver stuff. It's actually pretty cool. All right, so Amadron tablet. Nope, wait, it says right click. Right click on an inventory to allow it to provide items to vendors. Right click. Sneak right click. There we go. Imagine tablet, providing location. Okay, good. So there's a place for them to come in and deliver stuff. Now, let's see what we got. All right, these are what we need. The PCB blueprints. Though incidentally, you can trade... Ooh, you could trade oil and such for gems. That's kind of cool. Or chicken. I saw chicken. Raw chicken for emeralds. Carrots for emerald. This is our trade right here. That's the one we're going to want. All right. So what have we got? We need one of these, right? How do I get those? How do I get one of these? No problems. Slot interaction. Add one, right click. Out of items to sell. Add more items in the bound inventory. Ah. So the gems go there. Aha! There we go. That looks good. What was that again? Right click. Nope, wrong one. Right click to add one. Disclaimer. Imagined cannot accept responsibility for any loss or damage arising from the use of the delivery service. When a partial payment arrives, it has the right to keep the items that would have been sold to the buyer otherwise, because it has to travel to us. So let's see what happens. Okay, we added one of those. We'll get more when we start trading chickens. It'll be great. All right, good. So place order. Order the items in the basket. A drone will come, retrieve your payment, place order. Our order is placed. What happens now? Oh, hello. Delivery drone. All right, it's taking... Okay, it took our money. Now where's my stuff? No. Where's my stuff? Oh, there it is. And he's gone. Bye. Yaha! PCB blueprint. Super cool. New achievement. And you're done. If only it were so simple. Come here, UV light box. This is what we need. There we go. All right, and now that we got those, what's the recipe for this? Need an empty PCB. Now there's another recipe. Pressure chamber. We need some green plastic and compressed iron in our pressure chamber. All right, let's do it. Don't forget your sunglasses. Green plastic, come here. Give me some green. There we go. Into the pressure chamber. Put in the green plastic. And one of those. There we go. Got our circuit board. Yes, empty PCB. Let's go set up our light box, shall we? Let's do it right out here. Get some good sunlight. All right, this looks like a good spot, right? Let's just leave it right here. And let's put our new empty PCB in it. Boop. All right, pressure, oh, it needs pressure to function? Of course you do, everything does. You know what we're actually gonna do? Let me grab the wrench, we're just gonna move the whole light box adjacent to that same inventory. It'll just be simpler. Come here, wrench. Good. Let's attach this here. Good. 1.5 bar. Looks good. Boop. All right, pressure is holding steady as this air canister is doing its thing. Let's see. There you go. As this fills up, now we're going to need some etching acid, which also requires the pressure chamber. Etching acid. Etching acid bucket. There's a recipe for this. 2 eyes, 2 green plastic, rotten flesh, and gunpowder. Eyes, rotten flesh, gunpowder. 2 eyes, 2 rotten flesh, 2 gunpowder. Awesome. And then a bucket of water. Oh, we've already got a bucket in our inventory. This is all working out swell. And 1, 2. There we go. Running a bit short on that liquid there, but that's all right. So let's start putting all of this in those two, those two, bucket of water. I don't see the zombie flesh in there. That's what's missing. Aha! There we go. Come on out of there. Awesome. Don't spill it on your shirt. Yeah, that's a bad plan to do it. I really gotta clean all this up. Between episodes, I'm gonna tidy all of this up and make it much prettier. I promise. Our etching acid. Let's just put it here. Why not? We're literally just gonna throw it in there until it turns into what it needs to turn into, basically. Still living off all those cows we murdered. Humanely euthanized. Almost done. Almost done. There we go. Etching success chance. Done. Oh, geez. I've got so much crap. Hang on. I got this. Just throw that in there. All right. Now, what you do with this empty PCB is you simply throw it in the etching acid. If I turn off my coin, this will get easier. And once it sits in there, you'll notice that it does not despawn. See, it's working. See the particle effects. It doesn't despawn for a reason, because it needs to sit in the acid and etch properly. So apparently this is going to take some time, so I'm going to do a few other things while I wait for this. You don't want to climb in there, it hurts, by the way. So, hence, don't spill it on your shirt. Anyway, we'll be back when this is done. All right, so looky here. That is a finished, there we go, thing. It's a finished board. Turn our thingy on there. Cool. So there's my empty ones. This one's good, an unassembled PCB. Now we're gonna use this. I'm gonna craft some of these things over here. I don't think I'm gonna need to do that on camera. They're fairly simple. You just throw them all in a pressure chamber, certain combinations of items. I've still got my refineries and my thermopneumatic thing churning away, but there are two kinds of drones we're gonna look at. The ones that are intelligent and the ones that aren't. These are the intelligent drones. They are programmable. It actually has a fairly deep visual-based programming language, which we'll see. These over here are purpose-built, and they're much simpler to make. This is the one we're going to want first, the harvesting drone. It just takes 4 rotors and a sapling. That's all it takes. And the rotors are just compressed iron surrounded by turbine blades, which are made inside the pressure chamber, as most things are going to be. All they do is you attach them to an inventory and give them some sort of a gardening tool, and they will go around and they will harvest every harvestable block, plants, trees, leaves, things like that, and replant what they pulled up. So it'll replant saplings, it'll replant crops, all based on what it picks up off the floor, which is wonderful. Except it's not great, because when I say picks up off the floor, I mean it'll pick up one of each item and replant it. The rest of it just sort of lies on the floor, which really sucks. So what we want is we want the slightly smarter drones. We're going to have 2 drones going. One is going to be the one who just mows everything down. The other one's going to pick it all up and put it back in this inventory. But of course, that's going to require programming, which means we got to use these PCBs. And that's why we're doing that. So off camera, I'm going to get all the stuff required to do final assembly so that we can wrap up this episode. As a matter of fact, I think now's the time. I think we're going to have to wrap it up now and come back in the next one and finally see these drones in action. I think you've seen all you need to see on camera. The rest of it's fairly straightforward. You don't need to sit through it. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and see you all in episode 8. Awesome. Have fun.